It's Christmas time, there's no need to be afraid. It's Goldbridge time and it's cooking Christmas dinner time, and there's very much reason to be afraid because I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it, I really don't want to do it. How do you cook a bloody Christmas dinner? For years I've been there playing, when I was a little lad playing my Subbuteo, a little bit older playing a bit of FIFA, a little bit older just drinking and passing comment on the cooking. I've never done it before, so respect now. And I'm not just respecting the women, it's not a women's job or woman's job to cook the Christmas dinner. It can be a man's job or whatever else people call themselves these days. But I'm going to give it a go. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to give it a go. So you're going to have to refer to the instructions because the description to follow along here. But I do have a turkey, I do have sausages. We'll go through all that in a minute. Vegetarians, again, you've sort of missed out. I mean, nut roast, that just sounds painful to me. What's a bloody nut roast? It's like falling over pissed and falling in the fire naked. What's a nut roast? I don't know, but that's apparently what vegetarians like, or maybe just a nice quiche. Something for the old folk as well. Look, you've had more Christmases than us, so, apparently I picked on the old folk before. Nothing against old people, we'll all be one at one point, but what I would say about old people is, I think people think about old people, oh, they're just nice and, aren't they friendly? At one point, they might have been a 30-year-old knobhead. And that's what people don't think about old people. Just because they're old and like, oh, you've got to feel sorry for them. I do. Well, do you want my pity or not? I mean, we're all going to get there, hopefully. We might not all get there. In fact, if you're old and you're feeling like you're getting picked on, well done. You've got to somewhere that some people won't get to, on a serious note. Anyway, we're drifting a little bit. Christmas dinner. I actually do feel, probably like most people feel when they're cooking Christmas dinner on Christmas Day morning, stressed. Lots to do. You want to open your presents and just gorge on Toblerone, and you can't. You've got a big family meal to cook, and the pressure is on. Not only of that, I've got a bit of a headache today. I don't feel great. I don't know whether I've had this for 2 weeks now. Could be Omicron or Delta. Could be both. What happens if you've got Delta and you catch Omicron? Do you become Deltatron or something? Anyway, let's not get into the old COVID stuff, because all I would just say is if you've got it, rest up. That's all I'm going to say. I can't say anything about vaccines or anything like that, because if you do, the comments won't be about turkey. It'll be like, don't do this, don't do that. And I don't want any of that. So look, what we're going to start off with is what goes into a Christmas dinner. This is political in itself. There's going to be arguments in the chat. What goes into a Christmas dinner? Well, I've got turkey, I've got sausages and bacon, which will make the pigs in blanket. I love the way Christmas dinner really just doesn't give a shit about, the components. I think in some dinners, you sort of bubble and squeak. It's sausage, but you're pretending it's not. You're being protective of the pig. Christmas dinner, turkey is a turkey. Pigs in blanket is basically bits of a pig wrapped up in what is also part of a pig. Sausage and bacon. If you're offended by that, that's what it is. Maybe one day they'll come up with an alternative. I'm all for that. I said this before, if I could have a synthetic pig in blanket that tasted the same and didn't bother pigs, I'd eat it. There you go, there's one for the boffins. So we've got turkey and pigs in blanket as the meat element. We're going to have vegetable side. I've got red cabbage. Will drop you the ingredients for this because it involves apple, onions, allspice, bit of vinegar, bit of brown sugar. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Which I should be saying about the turkey because that used to be Bernard Matthews, but red cabbage really is nice. You cook it, it's warm, and I've just always loved it as part of my Christmas dinner. So I really like that. We're going to do my Christmas stuffing, which I don't actually need to make on this stream because I've done it before, so I'll drop a link in the video description, but I will put the description in there. Bit of bread sauce as well, carrots, and obviously potatoes. So I have already skinned my carrots and my potatoes and chopped them up. So effectively, it all comes down to timing here. This is what it's going to all come down to, getting your timings right. Can you get your timings right? It's like a timed finish from a cross. The crumbs comes in, he heads it into the back of the net, and that is what a Christmas dinner is all about, because if you get it wrong, the cross comes in, it's gone out for a throw-in, you jump and you're hitting thin air. You could get it really wrong. The cross comes in, what's he doing? He's took his pants off and he's running around his head. What an idiot. So you've got to get your timings right. So what we're sort of looking at here is turkey, Now I've gone for a turkey crown. I'm sort of not showing you the turkey. It's here. I've gone for a very simple turkey crown because this is not going to be my main event Christmas dinner. This is not Christmas Day morning. But that will be cooked for the longest period of time, and you know, figure that out for yourselves. I'm not going into weight and everything like that. But basically I'm looking to probably cook that turkey for about 2.5 hours and rest for half an hour after that. Always a weird concept for me. You know, cook the turkey and then rest it. You know, cook the turkey for 2.5 hours and then let it rest. I'll tell you what, it's a bloody strong turkey if it needs a rest after 2.5 hours in the cooker. I mean, but fair play to it. So that will go in first. It's all about oven elements really. Turkey will go in first. With about an hour out from the finish, we'll bring on the potatoes off the bench. They'll go on. Then we'll also put the stuffing in about that time as well, same oven. And then probably about the last 40 minutes, we'll give a run out to the pigs in blankets. And then all those cooked elements will come nicely together with the red cabbage, which will be cooked on the hob, and the carrots as well. Now, vegetable wise, bread sauce is beautiful as well. I love bread sauce. I'm going to use a packet of that from M&S because I can't be asked to make it. It's complicated. Why do you have to make it so complicated? Because it is Christmas dinner. People will be saying, where's the Brussels? I'm binning the Brussels, but I will put you an ingredient in there. I intend to eat this dinner, so I'm not going to go for Brussels today, but you can have Brussels with it. It's tradition. Yeah, so's being stuck on the toilet on Christmas Day night, constipated with stinky farts. I don't fancy it, so I'm not having Brussels today. I'll keep that back for Christmas Day. Parsnips, can't stand them. If you don't know what a parsnip is, basically, it's a BTEC Lionel Messi. You know, it really is a Nathan Redmond. I just don't like parsnips. I do not like parsnips at all. I remember trying a parsnip when I was about 10. And it was sort of dwelling next to my bread sauce, and I thought, a bit of potato and a bit of bread sauce, and I scooped the bread sauce, put it in my mouth. I was, what is this potato? It's not a potato, it's a parsnip. What the bloody hell's a parsnip? Why is it deceiving me? They're good for you. You have them at Christmas. Just give me an extra potato next time. So I've not put parsnips in there as well. Some people have mashed potato. Some people have Yorkshire puddings. So these are things and elements that you can bring. I'm bringing you my elements. So anyway, let's move on to the next stage and let's go. Well, there won't be snow in Africa this Christmas time. The greatest gift they'll get this year is life. Oh. Anyway, let's get on with I could sing that all day. Goldbridge sings Christmas. Bublé's in trouble. Bubble. Anyway, what we're going to do now is, because I've sort of done my stuffing before, so I don't want to go on to that again. Oh, pardon. So we're going to do something else. I mean, look, I think the reason the bake-off does so well is because there's so many sexual innuendos, isn't it? It's all like carry-on cooking. People sort of love all that sort of stuff. So we've got some 12 pork chipotles here, or chipolatas, or whatever they call it. Goldbridge does, this should be a video in itself. Goldbridge does pigs in blankets. That sounds real. Goldbridge does pigs in blankets. That sounds like, well, again, you see, I've done it again. Oh, blankets, bedroom. No. Trust me, in my time, no. Anyway, right, let's go. So basically, to do a pig in blanket, which is something we have at Christmas time, wash your hands, get a piece of bacon. Now, it's very easy. People will say I've done it wrong. I'm not happy with that bit there. So I'm going to cut that bit off, actually. Don't cut your fingers off. So basically, you get a strip of bacon, you get a chipotle, and I actually quite like doing this because all you do is you get a bit of bacon, you start wrapping it, move out of the way you. So I've got my bacon there, and all I'm going to do is just roll it in a way that's going to wrap itself around my sausage. Wrap it around your sausage. There you go. Pig in blanket, sausage wrapped in bacon. Shall we do another one, everybody? Let's do another one. So let's get another chipotle or another sausage. Now, somebody once said to me, could you do this with sausage rolls and a packet of Razzles, which are bacon flavoured crisps? Of course you bloody can't. How are you going to wrap that round? Poundland version, but here we go again. Sausage. And then we just roll it up like that. Now these are banging, these are really good. I mean, the amount of calories you put into your body on Christmas time, it's unbelievable, isn't it? But these are great. I love doing these. You can have a chat while you're doing it. That's why I like cooking with Goldbridge. I'm cooking on gas here, so Some people would say you're putting too much bacon on. I would say, are you eating it or me? Jog on. Some people would say you're putting way too much bacon on. Mainly that'll be vegetarians. I've sort of messed up there, but you can wrap around that way. These are good. These are good. These are good. The pigs in blanket good. These are good. These are good. Prodigy. What was that? The Shaman? I can't remember. I don't know. Anyway, we're getting there. So yeah, Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid, but Christmas time is a funny time, isn't it? It can be a bad time. You know, you might not get what you want. People say Christmas can be a bad time for people who are on their own, etc. That's not as good. Which I do agree with, but it can also be bad for people who don't get what they want. You know, those people get forgotten. You know, everyone's thinking about people who are on their own at Christmas. Maybe they want to be on their own. I remember one Christmas, right? Now, it's always gone down in family folklore that I actually faked it. I don't fake anything, and people with me don't fake anything. I guarantee satisfaction. So, anyway, that's something else. The reality is, one Christmas day, we were going to go to somebody's house for Christmas. I didn't want to go. I'd got some good stuff for Christmas. I'd got sort of backfired. I'm going to tell you the story. So I got a really good. I had a console. I'm not going to name which one because I don't want to ruin any future brand deals. So I had a console for Christmas, but it was more about the game. I wanted this game really bad, and I'll be honest, it was FIFA. It was one of the FIFAs, and I was really excited about it. It had some new. I was naive and stupid. It had some new, you know, computer algorithm thing that made it. I was just very, very excited about it. Anyway, and I didn't want to go to this place for Christmas Day, so I had this plan. Oh, I don't feel very well. You're going. You ever had that? You're going. That's just now when I'm older with my wife. I don't feel very well. I can't go. So, but they were wise to me. They were like, okay, you don't have to come, but we're not gonna. I'm going to take the computer game with you because I don't trust you. Bit unfair. I mean, to be right, they were fair. They got it right. So I ended up. They said, well, we won't go for long anyway because it's only around the corner. We'll only be gone a few hours. And off they went at about midday for their Christmas dinner. And I didn't want to go, but they did take the computer game with them, which I felt was a bit, you know, it's not Nazi Germany. This is 90s England. And anyway, off they trotted, and I was like, bloody hell, I haven't got this computer game now, which sort of defeated the purpose. But then I started to revel in this is weird, this is great, you know, I've got the house to myself on Christmas afternoon. So I just sat there with a big box of Quality Street watching Lord of the Rings. It was great. So yeah, loved it. But yeah, so it's not always about, some people like, what I'm trying to say is some people want to be on their own for Christmas. And what about the people who don't get what they want for Christmas? As I said, you know, it's imagine how disappointing it is if you wake up this Christmas, you want a PS5, you don't get one. Well, you're coughing about dog. It's because the sausages are out. Dogs and sausages, they make me laugh. It's like that thing, isn't it? I always laugh about this. You won't laugh about it now. You know when you get a... It's not going to make you laugh. You know, like, have you ever seen it? I've seen it in comedy before, so I'm sort of ripping it, but I'll make it funnier. Have you seen how many have I got? 3, 6, 9. Probably just do 9 for now. Have you seen, so basically you're going through customs at the airport and the sniffer dog comes up and starts barking, and you basically say, oh, I know what it is, I had sausages for breakfast this morning, you probably like sausages. And it's like this stereotypical dogs and sausages, don't they? I mean, I think dogs do like any meat, not just sausages. They will eat any meat, but yeah, sniffer dog that's trained to sniff for drugs. Oh, it's sausages. But I saw it on a sitcom. Probably wasn't that funny, it just made me laugh at the time. Anyway, I've wrapped my sausages up in my beer can, and there you go, pigs in blankets. Now what'll happen with them is I'm just going to put them on a plate, put a bit of cling film in and pop them in the fridge for now. They're prepped. Now fancy people will do stuff like glazing it in this, that and the other. This is Goldbridge Cooks Christmas. It's stress free. You know, we're trying to make it easy. So we'll move on to the stuffing next, and obviously that's a cooking component. What you lot do need to do is shave your carrots and your potatoes. And I say that with utter conviction because my potatoes are here. They're, and I'm not a big fan of this, but I put it in the water because otherwise they'll go brown. So I've basically cut my potatoes up and I've shaved them. I don't know why I'm saying I've shaved them. Not used Manscaped, could have sponsored us. I've peeled my potatoes and my carrots and I've chopped them into whatever shape you want your potatoes to be. They're in water at the back and I've chopped my carrots up as well. So they're all done. You need to do that. I've wrapped my pigs in blankets. Your turkey should be in the fridge ready. Don't leave it in the freezer. Chop your red cabbage up. I'll go through that as well. Stuffing and yeah, we're cooking on gas really actually. Wow, this Christmas lark's a load of crap. So easy. It's Christmas time. There's no need to be afraid. Snow is falling all around you. Children playing, having fun. Don't worry, I haven't got dandruff and it's not snowing. I'm going to give you a little bit of a bonus here because I have done my Christmas stuffing video before, but it's probably a little bit outdated. I mean, I'll drop the link in the video description, but just a bit of advice. 50 grams of hazelnuts, they'll go in there and get chopped. So 50 grams of hazelnut in there, 2 big onions, 50 grams of butter, melt the butter, add the onions in, get them nice and golden, and then what we're going to do is we're going to add the hazelnuts into the onions there. What we'll then do is we will chop up 150 grams of apricots with 150 grams of breadcrumbs and mix it in with an egg yolk. Mix it all nice and tight, bit of lemon zest if you want, salt and pepper for seasoning, and then you can either mould your stuffing balls to go around your turkey, or I just put it into a buttered bowl and put it in for the last sort of 40 minutes. So that's how you do your stuffing really. Sort of quick style, but at least I've shown you how to do it. I'm going to add my hazelnuts in there in a minute. A bit of onion on the floor. You tidy up as you go along and wash your hands. That's the most important thing. I don't know what to call this video. Goldbridge cooks Christmas dinner, I suppose, is the obvious one. But I sometimes do think about what I could get away with, you know, especially on the like United Stand or other videos. I mean, sometimes think like, how sensationalist could you go? Like, I don't know. Maguire's fucking shit. Man United News with Mark Goldbridge. And I'm not going on Harry Maguire, it could be anyone else. Bruno's fucking useless. I'd rather play... I don't know, I'm trying to think of something shit. I like most games, to be honest. I do like Monopoly and chess and stuff like that. I'd rather play with the traffic than watch that shit. Manchester United 1, Watford 4. You know, get in the chat with sort of stuff like that, I suppose. Yeah, sensationalist crap, I suppose. But manners go a long way, and I always try to be fair in my assessment of things, even though whilst also being quite cynical. But you know, there's nothing wrong with, you know, there's a big line between bad manners and constructive criticism, isn't there? And I just think some people have ridiculously bad manners. It's one of the things I just do not like. I've got no problem with someone telling me my cooking is shit, but you know, you don't need to spit it on the floor and tell me I'm a CUNT while you're doing it. That's just bad manners at the end of the day. That is just bad manners. Anyway, the stuffing's moving along. I'm going to add my hazelnuts in, and but as I said, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a show how that works. Bonus content, that'll go on the DVD extras. Do people buy DVDs these days? Some saddos will do it. Are you hanging up your stocking on your wall? Are you Anyway, enough of that crap. Anyway, so look, this is where we're at the moment. I tell you what, my respect for all these people who've cooked me Christmas dinners over the years, whether it's family members, you know, partners, Café de Rouge, whatever. This is easy work. This is not difficult. I'm sat here in the middle, half time I'm sat here, I'm stood here, and I'm not even sat down, I'm not even tired. I could go again. And everything's in order. I've got me turkey in. Turkey's gone in the oven, an hour to go, 2.5 hours, it's gone in, 180 degrees. I've got my turkey done. I parboiled my potatoes. They'll be going in there soon. I'll tell you about that in a minute. My red cabbage, I'll tell you about that. My stuffing I've done. What else have I got? My pigs in blankets all going in a bit. It's just, you know, you know what I figured out now? These people who are doing your Christmas dinner and you go in and they're like this, oh, I'm so hot, it's so hot, I've got so much to do. When you close the door, they sit down, they put Radio 5 on, have a bit of Christmas carols and a glass of wine. I tell you, to me, Christmas dinner, and I'm going to get pelters for this because look, I'm not, men, women make Christmas dinner. It's nothing about that. I'm just saying, I think, you know what, for me, I hate to say it, but in my half time where I'm waiting for things to happen and I've got nothing to do, Christmas dinner reminds me of football. It really does. It's like the summer transfer window. You're off to Morrison's or Tesco's, whatever, I don't care, you don't sponsor me. You buy your ingredients, you know, your red cabbage is your Ronaldo, your turkey is probably Harry Maguire. And not because he's a turkey, but because it's like, you know, it's a fundamental part of the Christmas dinner. It's what binds us. The captain is the turkey. We've got Bruno, the bread sauce. You know, not everyone's cup of tea, but I bloody love it. Love it, absolutely love it. So you buy all your ingredients. You then start putting the work in the early season. You know, the chopping of the carrots, the making of the stuffing, and all that lot. And then you whack it in the oven, and come May, when you win the title, you've just got to put that final bit of work in, because that's what happens with a Christmas dinner. It's that final bit of work. You know, I'm enjoying the fruits of my labour now. I'm in January, February, you know, I'm just watching the team go out there and perform. But when the pressure's on in April and May, we've got to deliver. And the pressure comes at the end when everything's cooked and you've got to deliver it on the plate. So it's just like winning the Premier League, doing a Christmas dinner. But it's funny though, because one of my friends actually, you know, you've probably done it yourself. I've done it myself. I had this idea, and no one's ever going to use it now, so I'll tell it you. I used to keep it a secret. Like I wouldn't write it down anywhere in case someone found it. I mean, who's going to find it? And my handwriting was crap anyway. I think I did write it down, and then I hid it in the loft under the insulation. In fact, it's still in the house I used to live in. Someone will find it one day. I hope it makes them rich, but my idea was that roll-on aftershave, which sounds bloody ridiculous, but when I was younger, I used to get like quite bad acne on my neck. So I got prescribed this thing from the doctor, which was like it wasn't a roll-on, but it was like that. It was like a cushioned end, and you used to roll it on your skin like that, which was probably quite unhygienic thinking back. But that's probably why they don't use them anymore. But once I'd used mine, I washed it and put aftershave in it, and in the morning I'd just put it on there like that. So it's right, roll on aftershave instead of spraying or putting it in your hands. But again, you know, the fundamental problem with it is that every day you're using the same thing, so you'd have to have disposable lids. But I thought it was quite a good idea. Rather than spray, you could just roll on aftershave. Stupid idea. Thought it was going to make me rich. But one of my mates at school, he had an idea that he was going to take the misery out of making Christmas dinner. And when he was older, he was going to start a business that was making Christmas dinners, so that people could just ring up and he would deliver the Christmas dinner, and they could order all the things they want and they would deliver it. And he said, I'll be a millionaire. And I said, all right, Del boy, the problem you've got with that is, what are you going to do the other 360 odd days a year when no one wants a fucking Christmas dinner? Oh, I'll make so much money on Christmas Day. Yeah, but mate, you won't. Because to deliver Christmas dinner to everybody, you'll need to employ a load of people that you're just going to employ for one day. The idea is flawed. You're not bloody Santa Claus of the kitchen world. So, you know, he thought, look, some of you will be thinking it's not a bad idea, and some people do it, but you're not going to make yourself a millionaire off it. You know, you might want to do Sunday lunches and Easter dinners and birthdays and stuff like that, like a proper restaurant does. But yeah, I don't know. Talking of friends though, you know, John's a friend of mine now, and I'm happy to say that, you know, I've spoken to him and I've said, look, you know, because look, not everybody for Christmas, people all around the world have different Christmas dinners. People around the street. Some people don't have turkey. Some people are vegetarians. Let them have it. You know, it's their choice. Old people can't, you know, some of them just can't chew turkey. They don't like turkey. Some people have beef. Some people have a nut roast. We've spoken about that. Some people have beans on toast. You know, some people just don't want to make a fuss about it. I think John might be having beans on toast. It's sad his wife left him. You know, we're in the winter of that now, John. You know, he'll look back, summer, there she was, washing the car in the bikini. He thought she was hot. She thought she was hot in a different way. And now she's trotted to Derek. So John will be lonely this Christmas. Boom, 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 boom. Every time I see him walking the dog, I'll go, boom, boom, boom. It'll be lonely this Christmas. I'm just doing it for the banter, but he does smile, but it's hard to tell whether it's a reluctant smile or not. But yeah, he might be having beans on toast this Christmas. I don't know. I'll have to have a chat with him. But I have said, I'll be cooking Christmas this year, John. I'll be bringing you some turkey round. He was really excited about that. I said it won't be till like the second week of January. I'm way too busy to come round over Christmas, but it'll keep. So he'll be happy about that. And I said, even if it's gone off a little bit, I'll just get some turkey slices from Tesco and bring you a sandwich. I won't stop long because we don't really have a lot of interest. But you know, it's about thinking about other people at Christmas as well. It is. Which is what I've done with this. You know, doing this whole bloody stream. I did Goldbridge cooks Christmas dinner. Did you not get the hint last year when I did Goldbridge cooks a Christmas snack, which was basically my Christmas Eve snack? Do check it out. I'll drop the link in the video description. It's a brilliant Christmas Eve dinner. And I mean lunchtime. You know, you're going to be eating a lot. You're going to be drinking a lot. My sausages with cranberry, delightful, beautiful. And I did that last year because it was quite easy. I thought I'd get away with it, but you came at me again. Can you do a Christmas dinner? And here it is. Next year, I'm going to do a Christmas log. It's not a dirty protest. I mean, a Christmas log in the UK is like chocolate. It's not going to be me sat up on here going like that. You know what you can do? Oh, it'd be disgusting, defecating on a video. Anyway, we'll be back in a minute with what's next. Step into Christmas, everybody step into Christmas. Okay, so step into the kitchen, step into the oven. It's been in there for 2.5 hours. The turkey's coming out. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. There it is, turkey crown. So I'm going to put that on the back to rest now. How do you rest it? You wrap it in cling film, but before we do that, pigs in blankets in for the last 40 minutes. Stuffing's in there and potatoes are in there. They've been in there for about half an hour. So pigs in blankets go in. I'm going to whack it up to 200 degrees. So 2.5 hours for the turkey. It's all going to be about size. Some of us are bigger than others. And but then what I did is when the turkey's got about 45 minutes left, I start to put my potatoes and my stuffing in. Actually, probably about half an hour with the stuffing. The thing about the stuffing is once it's cooked, you can fill it up, you can cover it with foil, which is what I'm about to do here anyway. And the only other thing I wanted to say is my star of the show is my red cabbage, which I've probably not explained enough about how you do that. So the red cabbage basically is 1 red cabbage shredded, 2 red onions chopped into a bowl, a slug of port, I did write it down somewhere, but I'll come back to that in a minute. Anyway, I want to wrap my turkey up and then we'll move on to the plating up bit. Well, I wish it could be Christmas every day. Yeah, Christmas, baby. Well, here it is. This is it. Now, you've got to add your gravy on. I'm not adding my gravy on yet because I don't want to ruin the plate. But potatoes, stuffing, carrots, red cabbage, turkey, pigs in blankets and a bit of bread sauce, which for me is the Bruno Fernandez. It might be divisive, but I love it. Can't wait to tuck into that bit of gravy on the top. Obviously you could add in extras. Some people like mashed potatoes, some people like the Brussels, some people like Yorkshire pudding with it, but that is a banging Christmas dinner. And I actually am very grateful for you lot now for actually making me do it because I didn't want to do it, but now I get two Christmas dinner, not 4, 2. It's rude if you do that. 2 Christmas dinners now because it's not actually Christmas Day, although it could be for you. So I'm very, very excited to tuck into this. A bonus Christmas dinner from you to me because I've cooked it, but I wasn't going to do cooking Christmas dinner with Goldbridge. So please smash a like on the video for Christmas Goldbridge. We want to try and get 220,000 subscribers, which would be nice as well. So please subscribe if you're new. Can't wait to tuck into that. Lovely, vibrant colours. And yeah, one of my favourite dinners of the year. I really do love a Christmas dinner. I don't realise it until it's in front of my face. Now I just want to devour it. And I hope you would do too. I will give you some tips on ingredients and stuff in there. Also my Christmas Eve hot dog sandwich thingy. But with the red cabbage, just want to say, red cabbage, 2 red onions chopped, chop it all, put it in a pan together. You need a good slush of port, I think 2 tablespoons of allspice. I did write it down. I want to get it right. 2 tablespoons of that. 2 cooking apples, skinned and chopped. And then 2 tablespoons of allspice. And then basically you want to cook it for a couple of hours on a low heat. Just mix it all up in a pan. It's beautiful, absolutely lovely red cabbage. I mean, if you don't want to go for that, you don't have to go for that. But thanks everyone for watching. Hope you will enjoy your Christmas, whatever you're doing, and your Christmas dinner, whatever you're doing. And just remember, a nut roast is not what you think. Thanks for watching.